and gentlemen, boys and girls, Quad City sports fans of all ages, Town Square Media is proud to present to you the best Quad City sports talk radio show in the world. With the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, J-Bird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City sports talk radio show. We're not the Quad City sports talk radio show. We are your Quad City sports talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the dawn.
Well, good afternoon, good Monday, and Happy New Year to all you Quad Cityans. We are finally back in full force here in the Hassle Castle. You're listening to Don't Hassle Locals. Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. I can't even talk. It's great. We're here brought to you by Done Right Satellite and Dish. Sergie's in the house, Jaybird, T-Roy. I'm glad to have you. It's a terrible day in sports, Jay.
We'll get to that.
My year is already ruined.
2020.
If it wasn't for Ricky Gervais.
Would you hire Garrett back?
Close.
Just about.
It's just like maybe someone ate
A wet blanket.
Maybe someone ate Jason Garrett. If it wasn't for Ricky Gervais.
Oh, dude, man.
It wasn't.
He's making me laugh. I love Ricky Gervais.
Is it that big of a deal as opening monologue?
I thought it was funny. I thought it was great. I mean, he called Hollywood out for being Hollywood.
They didn't listen to him.
Of course they didn't, because they're all a bunch of pretentious.
I mean, really, it's.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't live in the. He said everything that the world thinks about them. It's perfect.
For those of you unfamiliar, obviously the Golden Globes were last night, and if you're unfamiliar, you're not on social media.
Oh, the other thing about the Golden Globes, did you see Selma Hayek?
I did not.
She's got them Golden Globes.
My Lord, does she have some Golden Globes? Selma Hayek is smoking hot. Smoking hot.
So, T-Ray, tell us why you're pissed.
No, we'll get to that.
What, about the hire?
Yes.
Mike McCarthy?
Okay. Want to know what Rex Ryan said about it?
No, Rex Ryan's a terrible coach, too.
No, he said it's not a sexy hire.
He's right. It's not.
No, but come on. Like, the irony.
Well, of him calling anything sexy, yeah. But it's a terrible hire. Terrible hire.
It's like the fat guy at the bar going, she's not too cute.
Well, I get that. I see what you're saying about him, but
Yeah. It's not.
It's a terrible hire. That's what we waited for as a fan? Nah, I'm done, man.
Join him or Garrett?
Garrett.
No.
Sorry.
Nope.
McCarthy's terrible.
Well,
we got him for however long now. Who cares? I don't even care about football.
yes, you do.
No, I don't. I don't have to care about anything.
Pretty bird.
So what did Gervais say? Get up here, get your award, and F off?
He goes, get up here, get your award, thank your God, and F off.
Yeah. No one wants to hear about it.
He goes, you people. He goes, you act like you know what's going on with the real world.
Oh, you act like you're so woke, right?
Yeah, you guys don't know anything about the real world. He goes, hell, most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg.
Yeah. Jeez. He said if ISIS started a production company, you'd have your agent on the phone
the next day. He goes, you people are insane to me. He goes, you got Martin Scorsese, one of the best directors in the world. I go, all he does is complain that Marvel Studios aren't real movies anymore. He goes, I think he's just jealous because he's too short.
They're like rides.
Yeah, they're like rides at the amusement park. He goes, I think he's just pissed because he's too short because he can't get on the ride.
Yeah, and Martin Scorsese shrugged it off and nodded.
He goes, yeah, I am too short.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, he was perfect, man. He calls out the hypocrisy.
They didn't listen.
Well,
Joaquin Phoenix, man, I don't know what he was talking about.
He's on drugs anyway. Look what his brother did to himself, for God's sake.
Jeez.
Yeah,
What?
hey,
Well, I'm sorry. If that's not white privilege, I don't know what is. That whole family, bunch of hippies. Joaquin and River. All right, great names.
All right.
Maybe Rob and Rex should be your assistant coaches over there.
Sorry, dude.
What did he say? Yeah. But
Joaquin.
He's like, stop flying in private jets, and he was like, and that means me too. Like,
Well,
then
then stop doing it. That's the thing.
going on about Australia. I guess I wasn't in.
Yeah, the Australian fire that was caused by arsonists that they want to blame on climate change.
I wasn't.
It's so crazy to me.
I tell you, I'm not woke on that Australian fire situation.
This is the second time you said woke, Jay.
I know.
Yeah.
You're so hip.
I'm so 2020.
Oh, God.
I woke up this morning, Jay. Just like every day.
Yeah.
But are you as woke as Jay is?
No, I don't think so. I'm going to see how many times I can say
Jay,
that.
Stay woke.
Yeah. That's me.
Or the rich Hollywood actress that can pay for her own abortion because she's rich.
All right.
I'm just saying.
They cut off.
That's not what the real women in the world are dealing with.
I didn't watch a lot of it. They cut off somebody. Nah, they cut you off on those shows. I think it's rude when they cut them off. I know they get long-winded, but I don't know.
It's hypocrisy, Jay. Like they feel that what they've had to deal with in their life is tough. When they get to the man, it's really hard to do these movies and to do it. That's not hard work.
No,
Get the hell out of here
I
with
think
that
they're
crap.
taking that time to raise awareness for some things, though.
They should raise awareness on themselves. They're all a bunch of idiots.
Well, okay. Well, it's a good launching point. The Irishman got blanked.
Good, because it sucked. I was hoping Ricky Gervais made fun of stupid De Niro trying to beat someone up in the scene. Like, hey, no one wants to see my grandpa in a fist fight, all right?
Yes, I do.
All right.
I really do.
Well, my grandpa's dead.
I would still. Okay. Stay woke.
Today. Remember when we used to have positive Mondays?
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
This is 2020.
That's right.
If Jay dies, he's going to have a woke instead of a wake.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
there
right.
you go.
Everyone come. Everyone.
We don't want
I'm
anybody
not.
to die.
I'm not. I tell you what, I'm not up to date on these.
On these things that are happening in the world today.
I guess the cultural relevance of things were, not to use woke, but whatever is considered like, I'm social aware, I guess.
But sometimes, Jay, you just want to go where everybody knows your name.
That's right. That's right. And you can always just tune into us and have some fun for 2 hours.
We're
out of your
always
day.
glad you came.
Always glad you came. I want to remind everybody that you can also listen to the show on your smartphone. And for those of you who may have forgot, maybe you got the new iPhone, maybe you got a new Android, maybe you got a new Alexa. Download the app.
Did you get a new Alexa or something?
I didn't, but
Oh,
you got to remember when you get new phones, you have to download apps sometimes. We have to re-download. Oh, yeah. So go back and download the apps. Quick announcement: tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at Seton Middle School, the Rock Island Almond Junior Pioneer Wrestling Club will be hosting the Bettendorf Wrestling Club, and it's for I just wrote it up and now I don't have it. It's for a benefit. It's for sorry guys.
It's all right, Jay. We're with you.
Well, I mean, it's Take Down Hunger series, and all the proceeds benefit the Love Hope Project. They've been doing this for years. It's nice for the kids that are anywhere from kindergarten to 5th grade that they have, or 6th grade. They pair them up against the Almond kids, the Bettendorf kids, and we did this last year. We put it on Facebook. We'll do it again this year. We'll have it live on Facebook. So all the people out there that have families, in Arizona, Florida, that can't make it, they can watch their little wrestlers grapple it out there. So it'll be a lot of fun. Beef's gonna make his Facebook Live wrestling debut.
There you
I
go.
get to call the match, so get to let out all the little secrets going on with him. Weekend, gentlemen, how was it?
It was good, man. I got to hang out with Serge.
Yeah.
A lot of fun hanging out with Sergi.
What'd you guys do?
I had to bartend.
Partied.
Again?
Yeah. On Saturday. I wouldn't really call it bartending. I just stood there and smiled a lot. I let Moss do a lot. I washed some dishes.
You poured some drinks.
Poured a few drinks. I did not make a pink squirrel.
My mom ordered a pink squirrel from him.
Oh,
I told her no.
good call.
No, she ordered an XJ.
Huh.
Three-toed sloth.
I told her no.
I make things from drinks and froth. I make drinks from
Close.
Yeah.
And she ordered 4 velvet hammers.
The Alabama Slammer.
She didn't get that either.
Yeah, she didn't get that either.
She got 4 Luke Skywalkers instead.
Yeah.
I make
she did get
drinks
those.
so sweet and snazzy. Iced
tea, the kamikaze.
the orgasm, the death spasm.
Death spasm.
So for those of you who don't need to go out and watch Cocktail tonight,
There you go.
you just
I
quote
don't know
it.
why you would never not watch Cocktails.
So that was Saturday night, huh? Did you do some karaokeing?
Yeah, I did actually.
You sang behind the bar?
No.
Oh.
I think you'd already left. I sang with Amy's boss, with Jake.
Okay.
Jake Ward.
Yeah.
You know
What'd you
Jake.
sing?
I do.
It's tricky.
Ah.
Tricky.
And then, so you watched the games on Saturday, obviously?
Yes, I did get to watch most of the games on Saturday. Missed a little bit here and there when I had to drive from the home to the bar. But
And then yesterday?
yesterday I missed the beginning of the Saints game. So I watched the second half.
That was fun.
Had to go. We're getting the little one into gymnastics, Jay.
At the
At the
TBK Plex?
At the Plex, yeah.
So did you go to the open house?
Went to the open house. By the way, saw Jacqueline.
Okay.
So she's helping out with that program.
Really?
Yeah.
The YMCA?
Yeah.
So she works for she's doing business?
Yeah, she's some high up at the. Well, I didn't really ask.
Why
her
did she want to come on?
I didn't really ask her that. I didn't say anything. I just said hi to her and asked her how she was doing.
Well, that's how we gotta. That's
All
how.
right, well,
That's how
then
the YMCA will get my support. Someone
All
like
right.
Jacqueline.
All right, well I'll get her.
Other than
on.
that, I was at TBK later on for
Yeah, she was
softball
there.
for volleyball practice, and I rolled my eyes really hard when I saw that. So
You did?
yeah, I mean it was a nice little sand volleyball thing, right?
Yeah, except that the dust got in your food.
Oh, that's it.
Oops. Didn't think that went through.
I did walk in there though. I had some time to kill. It looked nice in there. So they took the former Diggs Bar and Grill.
Yep.
And they took the sand out and they put the equipment. So now we actually have like a nice little gymnastics training center.
Yeah, it looks
wide
pretty
parking lot.
professional. They have all the parallel bars and
You
all
start
that.
tumbling, Jay?
No, I'm not. What's the thing called? You run and then you.
The vault?
Pole vault?
Is that what it
Or
is? The vault?
There's a vault.
Yeah, there's a vault there. That would be pretty fun.
Is there a pommel horse?
This is the
No,
pommel.
I didn't see a pommel horse. But it's brand new though. There wasn't uneven bars or anything like that, or the rings.
Yeah, there was uneven bars.
Was there?
Balance beam and 2 sets of uneven bars. One for little kids, one for bigger kids.
We gotta get a whole Jacqueline. Let us in there.
No,
Okay.
you gotta pay.
What do you mean? I mean, just to try it out. What do you mean? I don't want to pay. What do you mean? Well, just like
You
we
guys
could
come
go.
in
That's what
you guys come
yesterday
to my
was
guest
for.
for today.
You know what? You can go next Sunday. They have an open house too.
I'm not going.
It's for kids.
I was there yesterday.
You're gonna
they'll
kill
let
yourself
you
in
do
the
it.
vault.
Yeah, they'll let you do it, Jay.
I'd like to. All right, so the divisional games are set.
Yes, Tennessee at Baltimore, Houston at Kansas City, Minnesota at San Fran, and Seattle at Green Bay. You want to guess the lines?
I am going to have you guys guess the lines.
Okay.
So I've already seen them. All right, so the divisional lines are set.
Well, I'd say this.
Hold on, let me take a look at this. Yeah. Okay.
So Tennessee at Baltimore, Serge. What do you think?
Tennessee at Baltimore. Baltimore -8.
I don't think it's going to be that much. I think it's going to be Baltimore minus like
You're crazy.
Baltimore minus 5.5.
No way. Because they took out the mighty Patriots.
No, because they're not a bad team and they play good defense.
They're playing at Baltimore.
It's
All
fine.
right, give me one
So-
more time. All right. So
Surge
Neutral
was minus 8.
Neutral Field 5.
Tennessee Titans at Baltimore, right?
Yep. I got Baltimore minus 5.5. He has Baltimore minus 8.
It is much higher than what you have, T-Roy.
Well, what is it? Much higher
Baltimore
than-
minus 9.5.
Well, Serge gets it then.
Surge gets it.
All right, open up at
The
9.5.
other Saturday game, that's the night game on Saturday. The other Saturday game is the Vikings at the 49ers.
Ooh.
I'll take Tennessee plus the points. I'll take that.
Oh, gosh.
Minnesota at San Fran. Oh yeah.
Have you watched Baltimore play at all?
Yeah. Have you watched Tennessee play at all?
Yeah.
Now they slow it down. They can keep it out of his hands.
No matter, he'll get it back.
I doubt it.
Bet you money.
Vikings at 49ers.
I'm not betting.
Get you gambling by the end of the week. Give you 3-1 odds.
No way.
You're on.
You're on. Let's see. I'd say San Fran minus 7.
Surge?
I like that. Let's go. $1 Bob. San Fran minus 6.
It is San Fran minus 7.
Good job, T. Right.
Nailed it.
Oh, you get a star.
I do. I'm gonna give it my
Just
star,
drew a
too.
star for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't.
And
hate
on
it.
Sunday, we have a 3 o'clock game. Well, 3 o'clock game. Sorry, 2 o'clock game, and then a 5 o'clock game.
So
5:40.
Houston at Kansas City. Right?
Houston at Kansas City is the first game. That is
Wow.
correct. 2:05 kickoff. Serge, you can go first.
I'm sorry. I'm not. Don't look at the line. Which one? What game are we talking about?
Houston at Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh. This is going to be a good one. We're going to go Kansas City -4.
Yeah, I'm in the same water as him. I'm going to go -5. Kansas City.
Should be higher.
This line opened up with Kansas City listed as an 8-point home favorite.
Geez.
The Sharps immediately pounded the Chiefs, pushing the line up to 9.5, which is currently at on Elite Sportsbook. But now it's in some spots even have it at 10.
Are you kidding me?
See, maybe I should actually think about this for a second.
So we're saying 9.5?
So as soon as you and I both said it, I said this is going to be way higher, like an idiot.
The Texans did have played the Kansas City Chiefs, and they traveled to Arrowhead, and they upset them 31-24 as 3.5-point dogs.
What's changed? All right, anyway. Weird.
And the night game.
All right, Seattle at Green Bay, where we get our coach from.
Yep. Seattle at Green Bay. What are we thinking here, gentlemen? What do you think the line is for this game? T-Roy?
Green Bay, the good old-fashioned 3.
It's very smart, D-Roy. I'm going to go Green Bay -1.5, Jay.
It is Green Bay -4.
Ooh, teasy.
We split this.
Okay.
No, I ended up because I was closer by default.
We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we get to talk about, for the third time ever, an NFL postseason feature. NFL postseason round featured multiple overtime games. For the second straight year, the Saints exited amid controversy.
Want to know what I want to talk about, Jay?
And for the first time in their lives, Kirk Cousins, Ryan Tannehill, and Deshaun Watson all won NFL playoff games. What do you want to talk about?
2 things.
Sure.
First time since 2013 that we don't get to see Alabama or New England playing for a championship.
That's right.
Okay. And then also the Antonio Brown curse.
I saw that. Yeah, we'll talk about that when we come back. The Antonio Brown curse.
Curious what that is.
Yeah,
All right.
when we come back.
All right, for nearly 12 years, Pints has been providing the Quad Cities with some of the best beer, drinks, and good times around. Join them Monday through Friday for happy hour 3 to 6 and enjoy complimentary Vans Pizza at 5 p.m. Stop in any day of the week and enjoy one of their daily specials. That's Pints, 5268 Utica Ridge Road in Davenport.
At Militich, you're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
ESPN 1170 AM is the Quad Cities sports leader and your home of the local sports show. Don't hassle us. We're local. Listen for a chance to win everything from tickets to free food. Every time you win and pick up your prize at the ESPN 1170 AM Pepsi ticket window, we'll give you a free Pepsi for the road as well. It's like winning twice. Get more chances to win by downloading the ESPN 1170 AM app or by going to ESPN1170am.com.
Save big money in your next project with 11% off everything right now at Menards. Check out our huge selection of floor and wall tile. Ranyo tiles are beautiful and durable. They're easy to maintain and add style to any room. Get 6x36 Fenwood porcelain tile for $346 each after 11% off. Sale prices are good through Saturday, January 11th. Savings or a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Dust off your thinking caps, grab your best buds, and attend St. Ambrose Alumni Trivia Night. Saturday, January 18th, the Rogalski Center Ballroom will be flooded with knowledge. Will you sink or swim? All proceeds benefit the St. Ambrose Alumni Association and the St. Ambrose Children's Campus. Join the St. Ambrose Alumni Association for a trivia night, Saturday, January 18th at 7 p.m. Mulligans and doublers are available for purchase at the door. Reserve your table online at sau.edu/alumni for SAU Alumni Trivia Night.
Isn't technology great? Everything at your fingertips. But sometimes when you want something custom, you need to talk with an actual person. QC Press has been in the area for over 45 years. They can custom design t-shirts for your family reunion, banners for your anniversary party, or letterhead for your small business. Don't leave your special event up to some design shop on the internet. Check out QCPress.com or stop by and see them at 1325 15th Street, Moline. QC Press, 309-764-8142. What do you need printed today?
So you're what they call an industrial athlete, but this ain't no gym. You're working hard. You got the right tools to get the job done? Would you play football and roller skates? I don't think so. So if your gear is beat up, tore up, all around mucked up, come on in and boot up at Quad City Safety, 5311 Tremont Avenue, Davenport. Or check us out at quadcitysafety.com.
Back by popular demand, Gobo Productions presents One Night of Queen. Since forming in 2002, Gary Mullen and the Works have performed to sellout audiences all over the world. And now they're back in the USA for a brand new tour. One Night of Queen is a spectacular live concert recreating the look, sound, and showmanship of arguably the greatest rock band of all time. You'll hear classic Queen numbers including We Will Rock You, Fat Bottom Girls, Another One Bites the Dust, Bohemian Rhapsody, and We Are the Champions. One Night of Queen, performed by Gary Mullen and the Works. This show, you.
Coming to the TextLayer Center March 18th. Tickets are on sale now at the TextLayer Center box office and Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Town Square Media.
Sign up to be an ESPN Insider, and you can win prizes every month from the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody back here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. This is Don't Hassle the Local on ESPN AM 1170.
All right, so we've got the games, and they were good games. You can't.
They
be
were
upset about
entertaining,
any of
right? I mean, every one of them was.
You want to tell me about the curse?
Yeah, Sergi. So I haven't heard this yet. So the curse of Antonio Brown. What is this?
Well, all right. So T-Ray, what do you think it would be?
Well, they get beat in the first round if you had them on your team, or
not just first round. Some of them didn't even make it.
If they were on your, if he was on your team or flirted with you,
have they won a Super Bowl since they've had Antonio Brown? They have not, have they?
Okay.
They lost to Green Bay in the Super Bowl. Is that right?
What teams touched him this past year?
Well, obviously
Patriots.
The Patriots, obviously the Raiders,
and the Saints, and the Raiders,
Saints
and then you have the Steelers.
Uh-huh.
So those four are
and Bills. And the Bills.
Bills talked to him?
Yep, they tried to trade to the Steelers before the Raiders did. The deal was voided when it was clear that Brown had no interest in playing there. So every team that talked to AB for the past year plus is no longer in the playoffs, or didn't even make it.
But Dallas didn't talk to him.
Then there's
it's
also
a whole other curse.
We also know, everybody knows what the Madden curse is, right?
Yeah, you go on the cover, you get hurt.
Right.
Yep.
So there was a nice Facebook meme, T-Roy, a picture of Lamar Jackson side by side, two different pictures. The first one is when you realize you're going to be the MVP. And the second one is him frowning, and it's when you realize when you remember the Madden curse. I hope he doesn't get hurt.
Who?
Lamar Jackson. The Madden curse. You go on the cover and then you end up getting hurt.
Oh, I don't think he's going to get hurt. I'm just not as convinced that they're going to continue in the playoffs. So.
But Jay,
yeah,
what's everybody want to talk about the most?
Well, let's build up to that, right? Let's do it in order. Let's do it in order first.
Then
3 years after leading Clemson to a 14-point comeback win over Alabama in the 2017 national title game, Deshaun Watson, D-Dub, my boy, never wavered once.
You did. You never wavered.
Performed another Houdini trick.
Cover that spread. Cover that spread.
Rescuing the Titans from a 16-0 hole to win in overtime 22-19 against the Bills. The first time in playoff history that a game
spread?
It was
minus 2.5.
The first time in history
yes, it was,
that a playoff game had ended in regulation at 19-19. Or, yeah. So, Well, do you want to just cover? We did our picks. Do you want to do that real quick before we break everything
Well, yeah,
down?
we did our picks. So for the Buffalo-Houston game, everybody had Houston except for our guest picker, Dan. We all had Tennessee except for Serge.
Hey, want to know what?
Jay and Serge both.
I bet on the Patriots in the playoffs, and I lost. You know what? Now I can say it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Serge and Jay were the only ones to take Minnesota. They got that right, and then everybody took Seattle. So Jay is undefeated. I'm sure he wants to talk about that.
Minnesota, New Orleans. What a fun game!
And
That was a blast
the rest of us are 3-1. So whoever you took for a horse out there in the Hassel world, if you're backing Jay, you got that up on the Facebook. I take it.
Yep.
You're not looking bad right now. 3-1s and 4-0. And we'll see what happens this week.
All right. So the first game, like I said, the Bills came out to 16-0 lead. It was wasn't looking good, but Deshaun Watson willed him despite Bill O'Brien trying not to. I know you were. J.J. Watt was incredible.
J.J. Watt, I mean, for the fact that he came back to play, he had a very, I think, game-changing plays in that, to get the crowd into it, the sack to prevent some of the stuff. I mean, they willed their way back into that game. It played very well. So,
it was a fun game. It led into a great game. 31.4 million people watched this Saturday night game as Derrick Henry put together 200 yards from scrimmage. 182 of those were rushing yards. He scored one touchdown as the Titans beat the Patriots 20-13. Ryan Tannehill, not only did he win his first career playoff game, he now has 5 career victories over Tom Brady, second only to Peyton Manning.
Huh. That's a stat.
Jeez.
Mike McCarthy.
Gotcha. Just over, yeah, I know that. All right. Just with around 6 minutes, with about 6 minutes, just under 6 minutes remaining, at the Patriots 36, the Titans have to punt. And, in turn, they're up by, what were they up by, 1 at the time? Yeah, they're up by 1, 14-13. And they take a delay of game penalty, which the clock doesn't stop. Then they have a false start, which is a loophole.
Dun, dun, dun.
Belichick did the same thing in the middle of the season.
Week 6, maybe?
I believe so.
Okay.
And in the press conference, they asked about it, and he said it was deliberate.
Yeah.
He said this is a loophole that I think will be closed soon, but we found a loophole in it.
Right. He actually said after he did it that he admitted that he did it.
Yeah.
This is before yesterday.
They were up. It was against the Jets, right? And they were up 33-0. And he wanted to run some time off the clock. That's what it was. It was against the Jets.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And he admitted after he did it, before it was even done to him.
So if you take a delay of game,
the clock. If it's more than 5 minutes, after 5 minutes, the clock stops.
Correct. So in order to keep the clock going, he took two intentional penalties.
You can't do them at the same time because that's unsportsmanlike conduct. So they took the delay of game penalty, and then right after that, Vrabel had his guys do a false start, and then Belichick lost his mind.
Yeah, Belichick was pissed because it happened.
Yeah, he knows what's going on. So then he ordered his guys to do an offside to kill the clock. But at that point, I think like 45 to 52 seconds had already been run off. Hit the punt, get the punt, put him down to the 1 or 2. Yeah. Unbelievable punt.
Yep.
And then the pick 6.
Yeah, so Belichick said this after he did it earlier in the season. He said this is a loophole that needs to be fixed.
Said it's a loophole that I believe will be closed. But
okay.
he just was like, basically, it's the same thing you're saying. But basically, he's just saying, he did it. He ran out the time off the clock against the Jets, and
then it got done to him for a playoff loss.
We can come back to the Tom Brady saga and being a free agent and everything else, but
he's not going to be a free agent.
He is a free agent. Technically, right now, he's a free agent. Yeah.
Remember the Titans.
Yeah. He does like Vrabel.
Vrabel, you got to give it to the student, man. He outcoached the coach.
You see the cover of the new Remember the Titans movie with Tom Brady on the cover crying?
Yeah. Better special teams. They took out their one offensive weapon, and that was Julian Edelman. He was 3 catches for 30 yards and a huge drop.
Champ Grand of Edelman.
And meanwhile, I think we said that Patriots are gonna take out Derrick Henry, or others said they have to take out A.J. Brown. Derrick Henry just beat him up. Vrabel, I mean, he outcoached the coach. So, good for them. And then the Sunday afternoon game, which was just a big hysteria because of Dish Network and everything else.
Yeah, what was going on with DirecTV losing it for a second?
I don't know. DirecTV, maybe Dish was out.
Dish
doesn't have it.
Yeah.
DirecTV just switched coverage for a little bit.
Yeah.
So the Vikings win in overtime over the Saints. I put something on there on Twitter. Let me pull it up here for you. The Vikings open up the game and they fumble the ball, right? You guys with me?
Yeah.
So, NFL Research then tweeted out, the Vikings' opening drive fumble may be a good omen. The last 3 teams to lose a fumble on the opening drive of a playoff game went on to win the Super Bowl. 2017 Eagles, the 2013 Seahawks, the 2012 Ravens. All of them lost a fumble on the opening drive of a playoff game. And then they went on to win that game. So, 2 years ago, the Saints season ended with the miracle. We remember that. Last year, it ended on a missed call. This year, a little controversy on a fade in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah. There's no controversy on it. It was offensive interference.
Former NFL referee Terry McCauley said it is illegal for an offensive player to extend his arm or arms and create clear separation from the defender. That was an OPI. NFL VP of Officiating Al Riveron said there is contact by both players, but none of that contact rises to the level of a foul.
What were we talking about?
The touchdown that won the game for the Vikings in overtime.
In the corner.
In the corner. It was
pushed off of it.
He pushed off.
Totally clear extension.
He did.
Yeah.
I don't care who wins this game. I have zero dog in the fight. I am 110% unbiased here. I don't hate the Vikings because they're in the NFC North. I don't want the Saints to win, blah, blah, blah. I was laughing hysterically at how many people, T-Roy, you were there too, how many people were cheering for the Vikings yesterday?
Oh, who cares? I mean,
Everybody.
I didn't care.
Why?
But
I ended up cheering
to
for
me,
him. I'll tell you my reason.
If that had been my team in the playoffs, they would have called that on the field.
It should have been called.
Yeah.
When they had the fumble return for a touchdown that got called back for the Saints, everybody lost their minds because they thought the Vikings were done, and they should have been, but they made the correct call in overturning that. He was down. But I'm just sitting there laughing, and everybody thought that I was cheering for the Saints. I'm like, I'm not cheering for anybody. This is just hilarious at how many of you sheep are cheering for the Vikings. For what reason? There were 2 true Vikings fans there that I looked down, and I know one of them. I looked down at him, gave him a nod. But what? Like all the Packer fans, like, oh, you'd rather see the Vikings and blah blah blah, like still in the playoffs.
Well, I think the Packers were afraid. They knew they were going to have to play the Saints. I mean, if you're a Packer fan, you'd much rather play Seattle than the Saints.
I would agree.
Why?
Well,
Saints lost.
I
mean, think about what you're getting yourself into.
Defensive backs against DJ Metcalf, and we'll get to that. Here's why, and I found myself, basically it was 2 things that were going to happen. I was like, well, the Vikings are going to, I was afraid the Vikings are going to blow. I was like, the Vikings are going to blow this, or this is going to end something weird. So I was pretty
cousin
about that.
texted me, Cousins will find a way to screw this up.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
And he looked like he was trying to.
Then once they got over the 50-yard line, I said he's going to throw an interception at midfield. Once they got over the 50-yard line, I was like, oh, something's happening.
My only problem with this game, Jay.
Yeah.
My only problem. It was just decided by a coin toss.
Okay.
Now you can say, well, stop them. Cool.
Yeah.
Want to know what? It's the stupidest rule in professional sports. Is the overtime rules in the NFL.
What are you suggesting? Go to more of a college situation?
Yes.
At least a college situation.
Yes. Okay, they half-ass fixed it with,
if not play out the entire
field goal.
Start at the 35.
Field goal doesn't end it.
Yeah.
But if you're going to decide it by a game of rock paper, coin toss,
it's the same thing.
A thumb wrestle. Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever you're going to game a chance, pick a high card. Your team gets the ball first. If they're going to decide that, then both teams need to get a chance to have the ball.
But then that makes sense. Then that would make Stocking's tweet true that the Saints are going to call for a rule change again at some point. I didn't see too much online about the thing is they didn't even review this, and it didn't look like the Saints were too upset about it at the end of this game.
No, because they know that they're like it could have gone either way.
I started thinking about it more, and it was when the I think it was the interception, or was it fumble? It was an interception by Jenkins of the Saints, and then I was like, you know what? I forget all about these things. One, everyone for some reason thinks because Drew Brees has done so good, is humanitarian and everything else, but overall the Saints are dirty. You've got Bountygate, you've got bringing in Jenkins. You know who Jenkins is, right? He's the New York Giants D-back who tweeted using the R word, and they let him go. The Saints bring him in. They bring in Brown for a tryout. They did the same thing with Des Bryant. I was like, you know what? They're glossed over as being there's some dirty things going on. They remind me now of the Houston Astros.
Whoa!
There's dirty things. You don't think Bountygate's a big deal?
Not as near as bad.
They got rid of. I mean, listen, their coach got suspended. Mm-hmm. Their other coach got removed from the team and suspended. The coach that was responsible for Bounty.
I'm just saying, a lot of people like the Houston Astros, and then they just try to downplay what's happening.
No, what Houston did was
I don't think the Saints are dirty.
Flat out cheating. Horrible. No,
that's
they're
not dirty like the Patriots.
Oh, I think Patriots are 10 times.
They say
dirty.
that's coming in within 2 weeks. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
You know what? And I talked to Chip, as a Patriots fan. I talked to him on Saturday. You know what he said? What are they going to take away a draft pick? I was like, that's the worst.
He is the chippiest.
No, but he's like, that's how they are. They're like
Patriot fan. What are you do?
And then you've got Sunday night game. Pretty much how we expected. What was it? It was 10-3 going into half.
You have to say to Chip just to kind of get him going.
What?
When he gives you that response to what are you gonna do? All you have to look at him and say Tom Brady rules. Say Tom Brady rules. Wink at him and walk away.
Oh, the Tom Brady rules.
Watch him just get all fired up.
It'd be interesting to see what happened. We'll talk about Tom Brady later. Seahawks won 17-9. Carson Wentz goes out. What? First quarter or second quarter?
I think it was the first.
Clowney gets a hit to him.
It's either end of first or beginning of second, but it was very early.
It didn't look like a bad hit to me. Some Eagles fans
first quarter.
Yeah, some Eagles fans wanted a.
Sorry that took me so long.
Like a helmet to helmet type of thing.
Okay, so I don't think that was a dirty hit.
I don't think it was either.
I don't think it was
despite
intentional.
what Kyle Long says.
Despite what a lot of people say, I think everyone's pretty much down the middle here. Obviously, Clowney says it wasn't. He had no intent on it. But I think because his helmet hit Carson Wentz's helmet, who then hit the ground, I think that just made it look worse.
Well, he stayed in for a few plays, and then he ended up going concussion.
Oh, Jay, but the NFL is so anti-concussion.
No, he got to stay in.
We just don't want anybody to get hurt anymore, right?
Yeah,
that's why we have smelling salts down the field, and that's why they kept him in the game for 2 more plays. Get him out. Sorry, you want to get me fired up? Talk about that.
He's fired up, man.
They're idiots.
Uh-oh.
They're idiots.
See?
Oh, we're all about the protection of these players. Were you?
CJ?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Guy's head clearly got smashed unintentionally by one of the best defensive players in the game, and then his head bounced off of the grass after that. We'll let him play a couple games.
Guess who's still never won a playoff game?
Then we'll evaluate him.
Carson Wentz.
Dingo.
Did you say dingo?
Dingo.
Maybe the dingo I show, baby.
DK Metcalf goes out for 160 receiving yards. It's the most by any rookie in NFL playoff history.
Guess who drafted him?
You did?
Yeah.
Seattle improves to 11-2 in one-score games this year, tying the 2015 Broncos for the most one-score wins in a season. Obviously, we know Denver went on to win the Super Bowl that year.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was right. So, we've got we already did guess the lines. Titans, Baltimore, Kansas City, Texans, Vikings at San Fran,
Here,
Seattle at Green
Anderson
Bay.
says it on here. He said, Clowney speared Wentz, but Wentz needs to learn how to slide.
He doesn't play enough football games. He gets hurt enough. He's
going to have to learn how to read after this.
So you, T-Roy, say that you don't think Brady's going anywhere.
No, why would he? I guess, yeah, he can be a free agent all he wants, but
Why would he? I'm sorry. Let's play the game. Why would he stay? There's no weapons there whatsoever. He's got none. Like they're gonna have to draft. They're gonna have to go to free agency.
Well, they are burning his jersey in Boston.
That's ridiculous. That is the worst.
Isn't that stupid?
They've got $16 million in cap space going into next year, so they don't have a lot of room. I don't know what they're spending it on. I really don't know what they're spending it on.
Well, if he does leave, where does he go?
I said last week Tampa Bay. The other big chirping is San Diego for some reason.
Well, I'll tell you what. Both those teams are stacked in ways. I like the San Diego team better.
Yeah, you would think so.
Just a tad bit better. The receiving core is very comparable. Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, Mike Williams to Chris Godwin.
Eckler.
Do
we know anything about Gordon and his contract?
I mean, Austin Eckler. I think they'll try to renegotiate something with Melvin Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
But even if they don't, Eckler's great out of the backfield. You got Hunter Henry, right? Tight end. You got O.J. Howard on the other side. It just depends on the coach. Who does he like better? Does he like Arians or does he like the guy out of San Diego? But San Diego's nice and warm. Wants warmer both spots. Not San Diego. It's L.A. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
In his post-game
But
press...
that's you know, if you're saying if Phillip Rivers is done, right? Is Phil done?
He's not. That's a fair point. Brady, in his post-game press conference, I would say it's pretty unlikely, hopefully unlikely, when asked about his plans to retire. So odds are he's back in the NFL, but who knows where it's going to be. He said, I just don't know what is going to happen. I'm not going to predict it, said Brady. No one needs to make choices at this point. I love playing football. I love playing for this team for 2 decades and winning a lot of games. Again, I don't know what it looks like moving forward, so we'll take it day by day. Maybe sometimes it's just okay to go your opposite directions. Maybe it's just okay. They don't have much left. Like I said, they unless they make a huge overhaul, I don't know why you would come back. Honestly.
Well, who would you rather see him play for?
The Bears.
Ain't happening.
You don't know that.
Out of the two we brought up.
Yeah, out of the two? Okay. Well, it'd be fun to see him and Breeze go twice a year, but then you also get to see Mahomes and him go twice a year in divisional.
Right.
I mean, look what Jameis Winston did with those receivers.
I know. Remember when Brady had really good receivers?
Yes.
No. I do. Ran them all. He set records.
You got to get your guys coming out of the backfield.
I mean, those are two really, really good receivers. They're probably, I would say, the nod on receiving core goes to Tampa by a little, but the nod in overall weapons, I think, goes to San Diego. Just because Eckler and Gordon are really good out of the backfield. And you got Ronald Jones the third or whatever he is, something.
Yeah.
He's okay. Not that sold on him. You haven't really got your production out of O.J. Howard yet. But Brady could definitely be the game changer in that.
Don't know where Carolina's going in the South, NFC South, right? Saints, they're okay. Obviously.
Carolina has some weapons.
Yeah, they have a weapon. Which, by the way, did you see that tweet?
DJ Moore's really good, too.
Did you see that tweet? I mean...
What tweet?
Troy Aikman pumped the brakes on Taysom Hill, how much you love him. And it was before he chucked that ball down the field.
By the way, you know who drafted Taysom Hill twice?
You did?
Oh, yeah. Dang right I did. Taysom Hill.
Yeah, he's what he's.
Listen, Taysom Hill is what Aikman's saying is right on, but I get it. Christian McCaffrey is a hell of a player, but Christian McCaffrey's not throwing passes like that either.
Taysom Hill is the only player in NFL history.
Thank you.
To pass for 25 yards, at least 25 yards, rush for at least 25 yards, and receive for 25 yards in a game. In a postseason game, he's the only player in NFL history.
And did he
50 passing yards, 50 rushing yards. Yeah, he scored a touchdown. He ran for one, yeah.
And he caught one. He ran for one, caught one, and almost threw one.
No, he didn't run for a touchdown.
Oh, he caught one.
Yeah, and he almost threw one. But he had that big run that was there when he was like smiling in the referee's face. It's great. We mentioned your rushing leaders over the weekend. Derrick Henry had 182 yards. Dalvin Cook, 94 yards. Josh Allen had a big 92 yards, but he's done for the year. All right.
No more Allens for you to root for now.
No more Allens.
Except for himself.
That's right.
Just for you.
Yeah.
Over yourself.
Where's Grayson at these days?
I don't know.
All right. Let's take a break.
Sir doesn't care.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll take a look at the matchups that are coming up in the divisional round.
Harrington's Pub is the Quad Cities' premier Irish pub. Come celebrate any day of the week with Harrington's Pub. Enjoy the best specials around. Monday through Friday, 2 to 6, happy hour, 250 domestic bottles, wells, and drafts. And today is Monday, so enjoy those $4 absolute meals all day long. That's Harrington's Pub, putting the H into hangover since 2005.
This is Bobby Metcalf from the Quad City Times, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Sheedy Family Chiropractic is your choice for chiropractic care in the Quad Cities. Chronic problems, joint pain, or recent injury. Don't let pain slow you down. Sheedy Family Chiropractic in Davenport can help decrease your pain and improve range of motion, keeping your busy life moving. Same-day appointments available most days for new patients and $20 sports physicals. Call today or visit SheedyChiro.com. That's SHEEDY Chiro.com. Sheedy Family Chiropractic, getting you back to work, play, and life.
Dust off your thinking caps, grab your best buds, and attend St. Ambrose Alumni Trivia Night. Saturday, January 18th, the Rogalski Center Ballroom will be flooded with knowledge. Will you sink or swim? All proceeds benefit the St. Ambrose Alumni Association and the St. Ambrose Children's Campus. Join the St. Ambrose Alumni Association for a trivia night Saturday, January 18th at 7 p.m. Mulligans and doublers are available for purchase at the door. Reserve your table online at sau.edu/alumni for SAU Alumni Trivia Night.
Save big money in your next project with 11% off everything. Right now at Menards. Check out our huge selection of floor and wall tile. Ranyo tiles are beautiful and durable. They're easy to maintain and add style to any room. Get 6x36 Fenwood porcelain tile for $3.46 each after 11% off. Sale prices are good through Saturday, January 11th. Savings or a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Are you looking for a career change? Something fast-paced with great pay, paid holidays, sick time, and on-the-job training? Look no further. Fireplaces Plus is the Quad Cities leader in fireplace installation and maintenance. Don't miss your opportunity to join a locally owned, growing business. If you're a hard worker who's excited to learn a new trade, call Keith at Fireplaces Plus in Bettendorf. 563-359-8688. Fireplaces Plus.
The Eagles have returned to the Quad Cities, and that means Bald Eagle Days. Sponsored by Arconic and Modern Woodmen of America, returns to the QCCA Expo Center January 10th, 11th, and 12th. You'll find lots of exhibits, displays, and shows. Along with eagles, you'll see wolves, plus incredible bats. And Bubba, the 10-foot alligator, is back on Saturday only for his final appearance before he retires to Florida. Get up close and personal with eagles and animals at the stage shows, or take a free Audubon bus tour to see the eagles feeding on the Mississippi in their natural habitat. It's not only educational, it's fun for the whole family. Use the free parking and shuttle from the 7th Street and 3rd Avenue Rock Island parking ramp. Tickets are just $6 for adults, $1 for kids, and free for children under 6. Friday, all kids under 16 are free. Bald Eagle Days, Friday, January 10th, Saturday, January 11th, and Sunday, January 12th at the QCCA Expo Center, Rock Island. Sponsored by Arconic and Modern Woodmen. Advance tickets are available online at QCCAExpoCenter.com.
ESPN 1170 AM is the Quad Cities sports leader and your home of the local sports show Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Listen for a chance to win everything from tickets to free food every time you win and pick up your prize at the ESPN 1170 AM Pepsi ticket window. We'll give you a free Pepsi for the road as well. It's like winning twice. Get more chances to win by downloading the ESPN 1170 AM app or by going to ESPN1170am.com.
Whatever bridge you get stuck on, stick with us. The Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, Quad Cities, we're here to help our friends Dish Network out after a rough day yesterday with that stupid KGLB thing going on. It's not their fault, everybody.
No, it's not their fault. It's Fox wanting more money.
That's right. So make sure you get a hold of
They've
our
been nice
friends from
person.
Done Right TV and Security. They're going to help you out with all your questions and help you get around the problems that KGLB has started. All you do is call 866-84-RIGHT today, and you're going to get Nest doorbell system free, courtesy of our friends at Done Right. They're going to provide that local professional installation with personal service trusted by all kind of businesses and homers in the Quad Cities. Restrictions apply and requires an internet-connected hopper.
So the divisional games are set. There's no more Patriots involved. Oh, speaking of, I know you brought up Alabama and not being in the Patriots not for 2013.
Is that tonight?
No. It's next Monday.
Monday.
Next Monday. Why?
No,
Which we still don't know why there's a two
yeah,
week break.
2 weeks off. That's why I was saying they should have done a third and fourth place game.
Yeah. Oh. Well,
Oh,
on
but-
this
but
date,
there- but
5
there-
years
there's-
ago, was the final BCS title game. That was Jameis Winston of Florida State beat Auburn 34-31
Yeah.
in the 16th and final BCS National Championship game. Winston became the 15th player in college football history to win the Heisman Trophy and the national title in the same season, a club that Joe Burrow is going to try to attempt a week from today.
Well, and there
No more
also,
BCS after that.
There's some big news in Alabama too.
There is.
You know
What
what, that
happened?
is?
Tua
And
is returning?
No,
He's not?
he's not returning for his senior season. Tua Tagovailoa is going to the draft.
Good for him.
Yep.
Now, how healthy is he going to be? What's going on with the
He's
hip?
fine. He had hip surgery 3 weeks ago. A little hip surgery ain't going to keep a good man down.
That's right.
Former Heisman Trophy runner-up made the announcement today
Right for the show.
that he is going to. He said he had to make a difficult decision, but he is going to go to the draft. He did not even use crutches in recent weeks. It's tough.
All right, so does he go before Burrow?
No, he does not.
No way.
Is Burrow's going to go to the draft?
Well, Burrow's going to the draft. He doesn't have a choice.
Is he a senior?
Yeah.
Oh,
fifth,
okay.
fifth year.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
He's
sorry.
fifth year senior.
He's
Okay.
older than Lamar Jackson.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
He's really old though. He's 22.
No, but that's the fact that the Heisman Trophy candidate winner is older than the NFL MVP winner.
Who won the Heisman 2 years ago?
Right. That's cool. You know that we get to see that.
I know. Someone was pointing out too how.
Here's one for you, T. Ray.
All right.
Do you remember back in 2019 and 2020?
Where's Dennis at? God, he sounds just like Dennis. I don't know, Jay. The
Yeah.
Bengals.
Unfortunately, yes.
You take Joe Burrow.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I thought the question was where's Burrow's going to go.
You think they're the Bengals?
Yeah. I would put a lot of money on that. Guarantee it.
I really like Joe Burrow. I don't want the Bengals to ruin him.
They will.
That sucks.
Yeah, well, it's not. It won't be Marvin Lewis there to ruin it, and it won't be Marvin Lewis in Dallas either. It's Mike
No.
McCarthy.
Be Mike McCarthy. Good Lord. What
In Dallas.
What is that?
Well, you tell me.
I don't know. Let me Google Mike McCarthy. It just hurts my feelings right now.
So he is projected. Tua is projected as the number 3 pick right now. Burrows is the number 1.
So at 3, he'd go to who?
I don't know off the top of my head. Jay, do you know the draft order?
Not off the top of my head, but he could still go to the Dolphins. Hold up here. I mean, yeah, I saw he could still go to the Dolphins. And they didn't lose anything at all. So
Well,
Someone
let's
want to
see.
tell me why why the Cowboys were that quick to jump on Mike McCarthy?
The Miami Dolphins are expected to show great interest in Tagovailoa with the 5th pick in the draft, if he slides that far.
So it goes Burrow, Chase Young, and then who is it after that? Offensive lineman. They've been projected. Anyway.
Well, let's see. Regular season, McCarthy has a .618 winning percentage.
Okay.
.556 in the playoffs
556 in the playoffs. Yep.
for a career .613 winning percentage.
Okay.
Obviously, we know about his head coaching tenure for the Packers, 06 to last year.
Fired 12 games into the season.
Did win a Super Bowl, by the way, with the Packers.
2011.
Yep. He was
made it to 2 NFC Championship games also.
So
Saints offensive coordinator from 2000 to 04.
So we got some awesome listeners and people interacting here on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread. Friend Justin Logson says that there's a difference between number 1 talent versus the number 1 pick. Burrow is going to go number 1 because the Bengals need a quarterback and not specifically an edge rusher. And then our friend Christopher Brown says that the mock that he's looking at right now from, WalterFootball.com has Chase Young going number 2 to Washington.
That's
okay.
Because they don't need a quarterback.
Right.
Yeah.
Bengals, Redskins, Lions. Thank you, Brebs. Here.
I know you
Brebs
brought that up.
Here you go.
Yep.
Bengals, Redskins, Lions, Giants, Dolphins.
Okay. So you go right there. Bengals, yes, they need a quarterback. Redskins do not.
God, you guys are good.
3 is who?
Good job, listeners.
3 is the Lions. They do not need a quarterback.
No.
4 is the Giants, right? You just said?
Uh-huh.
They do not need a quarterback. And then 5 is Dolphins. Yeah, fell to the Dolphins.
Want to
anyway.
know who's my pick to click to replace Tua? T-Roy? Quarterback for Alabama?
The guy that started this year?
Is it a transfer portal?
Nope.
Who?
Tagovailoa.
Oh, he's got a little brother there.
Talia.
That's right. Yeah, he's got
Talia, the new Tagovailoa in town.
Yeah.
How many times can I say that last name for you, Jay?
So it says here that McCarthy spent last season going through a study of trends across the league while planning for his next job. He did interview for the New York Jets vacancy after the 2018 season, turned down the chance to speak with Tampa Bay.
Is that code for he was eating Twinkies waiting for somebody to hire him?
He also spoke with the Panthers, the Browns, and the Giants. This is Mike McCarthy, the new coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And yes, I know it's funny with Sexy Rexy saying that's not a sexy pick, but that is the correct term in this situation. That's the type of thing when you come to the draft, it'll be like, oh, the sexy pick is this. Or like the Browns were the sexy pick to win.
Sexy pick. No, why? Stop saying that.
Well, it's not it's not woke.
It's weird. No, it's not woke.
It is not woke.
They were not being very woke.
It just, I mean, seriously, you can just tell. I mean, everyone had the same response, Cowboy fan or not. That's about how it happened when Mike McCarthy got announced. All right.
I don't know what to say.
Well, I think the general consensus is with you right now for most for most Cowboy fans. Everybody's in the same boat as you, buddy.
I'm not excited. No one's excited.
They interviewed just Marvin Lewis and Mike McCarthy. That's it. They just interviewed 2 guys. They did Marvin Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know why.
Yep.
And then hired Mike McCarthy. That's
that's just ridiculous.
Hazel here?
No, I don't think so. That's just ridiculous. I mean, you know you're not going to hire Marvin Lewis. Marvin Lewis is never going to have a job again in the NFL. So the Rooney Rule was just totally. It's a stupid rule. First of all, it really is. In the sense that if
because
you're not,
it's transparent,
right?
Not that it's a stupid rule. It's
that's
transparent.
what I'm saying. It's because it's just you do something like that, which is just a total lack of respect for the rule. Why don't you interview someone that has a chance to get the damn job? You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, give me someone of Mike Tomlin type personality, not Marvin Lewis.
I didn't even think of the Rooney Rule with all these coaching openings. I didn't think at all, because every time they list an opening, they say are going to talk to Kansas City Chiefs running back coach Eric Bieniemy.
T-Ray, do you want me to piss you off and lift you up at the same time?
Okay.
McCarthy has a 135-77 record. Second most playoff wins among active coaches behind Belichick. Guys like Reed, Belichick, and Peyton are on their second stints and have done very well. His time in Green Bay didn't end well, but sometimes a change is needed.
Well,
I don't know. I don't think it's the worst pick in the world.
It's not. I'm probably just not happy with it because
I think that's what it is.
He just, I mean, and I guess what happened in Green Bay. Do we blame McCarthy for what happened in Green Bay? I know. For example, I know Erickson's going to say that, but I blame the front office for not giving Aaron Rodgers anything to work with.
Mm-hmm.
The crappy thing is all you can do is wait and see.
Well,
that's all you can do.
I'll tell you this: he certainly isn't going to have the problem with coaching talent. He has talent to coach.
Sure.
So if he can't get it done with this group, then he just can't get it done. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. ESPN.com.
Why are you smiling?
Because it's just all these things, just like Serge said, to lift you up. I mean,
here you go. Here you go, Erickson.
Cowboy
So
Nation.
if you can't win with Rodgers, how's he going to win with Dak? Well, Dak's got a lot more weapons.
Yeah, a ton more weapons.
And so this is me defending the Packers here. Rodgers didn't have near as many weapons as Dak does.
The Cowboys were 1-6 in one possession games this season. The second worst record in the NFL behind the Bengals. Mike McCarthy, since 2006,
you put me down, aren't you?
has won 58 games that were decided by 8 points, the fourth most by any coach in that span. So he's in the ranks with Mike Tomlin, Bill Belichick.
Is that because of him, or is that because of Rodgers?
Yeah, he gets credit for the win too. That's why he has the winning percentage that he has there and everything else, and he's a Super Bowl winning coach. So was Bill Parcells. I kind of feel that's what I kind of feel like. You're taking a step back. I don't think you're taking a step forward, and the NFL's changing. I really don't. I think you're taking a step back. And I thought they did the same thing with Parcells when they hired him, and Wade Phillips.
Parcells was a good call, but he pissed Parcells off by bringing in T.O. Parcells didn't want T.O. Parcells was right. T.O. became a cancer to that place, and it took him a while to fix that.
All right, we got to look at the divisional games. So, Saturday, we've got Minnesota Vikings at the 49ers. We said the 49ers, we looked at the line, 49ers are favored by 7. Kirk Cousins got his much-needed victory. You like that? Is back and trending again.
No, I don't.
You don't like that it's trending again?
Jay, you know what the Saints tagline was?
Who dat?
Who dat?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see their new one?
Blue dat.
Blue dat.
Yeah, that's good.
I was really excited when I saw that. Instantly, people are really, really quick out there on the old interweb. They fired that thing out there and said "blue dat" so fast. I was laughing, like the people next to me. That I was like, "Look at this!" Like, huh? Like, oh gosh, you guys don't even get it yet, do you? That's how fast it happens.
So now the 10-6 Vikings have what it takes to go into San Francisco.
Nope.
And beat the 13-3 49ers.
Nope.
I think it's going to be a boat race.
Call me rabbit, and this is a turtle race.
I want to see the amount of passes that Jimmy G has over 20 yards. I think the only way to do that is to burn their the Minnesota Vikings defensive backs, much like Taysom Hill did when he chucked that ball down the field.
Oh, man, he was awesome. What a great game that guy had.
Because the Vikings have nice linebackers in coverage, all right? But it's the secondary behind them. If you can get behind them and burn them.
I was really impressed with both the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings yesterday. And their ability to just move the ball, period. Specifically their run games. It might not have been record-setting or numbers or anything on paper, but just effectiveness and how clutch it was.
Well, I was listening to some of this as I was driving to and from volleyball practices, and I happen to be on the Eagles.
I mean, Cook ran for just shy of 100 yards, right?
Dalvin? Yeah, 96.
Yeah, 94. It's okay.
Or whatever.
And two touchdowns. Yeah, their run game was great. Philly, even though only having 9 points, their just rushing game was incredible. Maybe it was just short. Maybe it was short passes too. It was a little combination, but they were very effectively moving the ball on a good Seattle defense. I thought that was a better game than I thought it was going to be.
Well, especially when Wentz went out right away.
I mean, I know I was spot on in covering the spread that Seattle was going to blow them out. They only won by 8.
Jay's the only one that went 4-0. He's so happy.
I felt confident in that. All right.
What do you got? What are you doing? What are you
I'm
doing?
looking at the leaders of this. I'm looking at the leaders for this year. I'm on ProFootballReference.com, and I want to see average yards per attempt. Jimmy G is at 8.3. Jeez,
So, okay, our listeners on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread, as well as anybody else, is going to tell you this one. It's going to come down to talent. So, Justin Logston nailed this one. Said you get two quarterbacks with very little experience. Jimmy G can lose this game, but San Francisco has a lot of talent. Okay, San Francisco has way more talent than Minnesota does in this game. Come on.
San Francisco has more talent.
We're high on Minnesota now because they knocked off the Saints.
What are we trying to say? Do they have more talent than San Fran?
No, I'm saying that San Fran has more talent than Minnesota, hands down.
I wouldn't say that.
Really?
Not on offense. All right. Who do you give the nod to at quarterback?
Jimmy G.
Okay. By how much? A lot?
Yeah, Cousins a choke artist.
Okay. Who do you give the nod to at running back? Minnesota. Tight end, I'll give it to San Francisco.
Yep.
But receivers, Thielen and Diggs against Sanders and Debo.
Yeah, but okay.
I'll give the nod to Minnesota there, Sergi.
Gosh, I see what you're saying.
So it's split. I think it's split. You got quarterback, running back,
okay,
tight end, receivers.
I think San Francisco. The reason I give them the nod in this talent battle here is that they've outplayed Minnesota this year. They've looked better. They've
definitely looked better.
Their
offenses look better.
So take the names off the back of the jerseys, and I'm going with San Francisco on this all day.
Yeah, San Francisco just ranks higher than them in offensive DVOA, defensive DVOA, and special teams DVOA.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now, defensively, San Francisco, hands down, is more talented than Minnesota.
And that's what it's going to come down to. That's what I'm trying to look at.
Yes, Erickson Cousins does have a very punchable face.
So, 7. We'll get to that more at the end of the week, but this looks like this should be San Fran, right?
Yeah.
Baltimore, Tennessee. Tennessee is just doing. I mean, they're incredible.
Stop it.
Well,
they are though.
What Tannehill's done.
Stop
I'm looking
Stop
at.
it.
They're 9-1 now, Serge. Since Tannehill took over.
Okay, great.
It's true.
Lamar or Tannehill? Yeah, that's that thought.
Okay, well, yeah.
Well, all right. If you want to start looking at that, all right, I'll give you Lamar.
Okay.
All right, running backs. I'll take Derrick Henry over
Lamar.
Yeah, I'll take Derrick Henry over the.
Tannehill's got a better quarterback rating. Well, 1-1.
Derrick Henry led the league in rushing this year, so we'll take Derrick Henry.
QBR,
Period.
ESPN's total quarterback rating. Lamar's got a higher
receiving core. I'll take the receiving core from Tennessee over Baltimore's.
That's fine. You can
tight ends. I'll give Baltimore the tight ends.
You could take Tennessee over.
This isn't going to be. Listen, 9.5 point spread. I'm not saying Baltimore necessarily loses this game, but they're not winning by over 9.5.
Lamar Jackson's the Kawhi Leonard of the NFL. There, before anybody else says it, Jay, you heard it right here. I said it first.
I'll bring this up to you last year.
Lamar Jackson
was doing the same thing he's doing this year. Last year, San Diego came to town and beat their pants off him.
Okay.
In a wild card game.
Okay.
They lost at home.
Wait,
Want to know what Baltimore has? Tennessee doesn't have? That fire. Got that fire, Jay.
I think they all have that fire. Listen,
No.
you know what? I'm going to go. I haven't made any predictions yet.
Tennessee has played very good football.
Would you be surprised if Tennessee beats Baltimore?
Yes.
You're going to be that surprised?
Yes.
Would that be the upset of the playoffs?
Yes. Biggest upset of the playoffs.
Okay.
Didn't we point out? Hold on. Didn't we point out that
bigger than New England? Sorry. Go ahead.
Didn't we point out that teams that played Baltimore the second time, except for the Browns, all did better?
Yeah.
And Tennessee hasn't played them this year. So
the second time?
They haven't played them one time at all this year. Tennessee has not played them. So that's got to tip the scales to Baltimore.
I like their head coach. I like Vrabel.
I like Vrabel. But Harbaugh's a good coach, too.
I'm not saying Harbaugh's not. He's not his brother, at least.
Baltimore's special.
Baltimore's got a number 4 DVOA, a defensive DVOA, whereas Tennessee is all the way down to...
Matt Erickson's a special kind of guy.
16.
Baltimore's woke.
They already woke, Jay.
Baltimore is favored in all forms of DVOA.
He's going to be all serious and read stats here. We're just going to make fun of everything.
He's like, quit being ding-dong.
No, I think, that's, you're right. You don't have to do stats. It's all eye test and everything else.
I can't believe the spread on the Kansas. I can't hear myself, Jay. Turn mine off.
Do you know?
I did.
T-Red, do you want to know what the percentage prediction to win is for this Baltimore-Tennessee game?
It's probably 85% on Baltimore.
Ooh, you're pretty darn close, buddy. Jay, prediction on percentages to win
for Baltimore to win?
Or Tennessee, I don't know. Ding dongs.
Hey, he's right around. He said he's right around there. I'll give it 82.
Your Jay's closer. 81.8% chance for Baltimore to win. 18.2% chance for the Titans to win, totaling up to 100%.
What about Kansas City?
T-Ray, round that up to 82 and I get a star.
I'm not doing
it. Round it up. You got to hit it to hit it.
Yeah, by the way, I guessed first and he told you it was close, so you knew where to come in at.
The Kansas City one, you want to know? Kansas City, City, Houston?
I'll bet Kansas City is favored by 78%. Don't say anything.
I'm not going to say anything. Jay.
Kansas City favored by 84%.
Goodness, you guys are both close. 81.5% to 18.5%, again, totaling up to 100%.
Oh, that's great. All right, how about San Francisco? I'll bet they're favored by... Let me end another.
After extensive research, Jay,
77%.
Bird?
What? Sorry.
Minnesota and San Fran.
San Francisco has a 76.1% chance of winning this game.
No. What'd you say, T-Ray?
77.
Oh, I didn't even hear 77. I wouldn't have guessed that then.
$1 Bob Jay is going to get this one. It's only 66.1.
So that would mean the Green Bay Packers are a 57. Don't read my lips and be that. Don't do that. 57.7% chance to win against the Seattle Seahawks.
No, there's 54% chance.
Jay's going to get this one. 66.3%.
That doesn't make any sense.
For Green Bay, that makes 0 sense.
I was going off the spreads.
I was going off the spreads, too. So was I completely. I was like, oh, it's got to be less because
that's good. But that's funny because they're not even going to win.
Whoa! Okay, well, let's talk about that. Why do you say that?
Erickson is going to be upset.
Why do you say that?
Beast mode.
Jeez, that guy. So why do you say that Seattle's going to go in there? Because I mean,
by Vegas odds alone, this is the one that's going to be. Listen,
just because you forgot to watch Green Bay play this week because they got a bye, doesn't mean that they're hands down so much better than Seattle.
I don't think they are so much better than Seattle.
I don't think they are. Listen,
just because their record's better.
Yeah. It was the same actually.
No, it wasn't.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, they had one game apart.
Yeah.
12-4, 13-3.
Nope,
13-3, 11, and they were 10-5 going into this. Now they are 11-5 to 13-3. Or sorry, 11-5.
This is a very similar team.
This is a Seattle
as
team.
far as the ranking of their offensive DVOA and their defensive DVOA.
Yeah,
very similar.
On paper, they are very, very similar. I mean, Green Bay gets a nod on the rushing game, maybe, and that's it. Otherwise, it's going to be close. You can go either way across the board.
Receiving core is very close. And you got to
quarterbacks are very, very close.
Quarterbacks are very, very close. I'm with you. I think Green Bay gets the nod at running back.
The only way I would bet on Green Bay to win this is if they have the ball and they were within 6 points or less in the last 2 minutes. Then I'll take Green Bay.
Yeah. I tell you what,
I feel like this is going to be a 1-point game.
I do too. I think that forced too much.
I think it's a 1-point game, and no matter who wins, it's by a point.
Okay.
21-20.
I haven't decided on who I'm picking yet.
28-27.
I just think it's going to be close.
Right now,
like we're looking at these are probably the two quarterbacks other than Brady throughout the decade who have the uncanny ability to lead their team down the field to a victory at any given moment.
That's why I say 2 minutes or less, Packers are within 6. Game Green Bay.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's very, very likely. But I wouldn't be surprised if it went the other way. Like they're up by 2, and Russell needs or they're down by 2. Russell needs a field goal to get them within a field goal to win this.
So they have to be within 2 in order for me to pick Seattle down the stretch with the ball. Then I'm okay with that. I think Russell can get them within scoring distance.
I don't care. You can say their names all you want. You can trade jerseys on these guys, and their numbers are about the same. It's unreal. That's why the 1 point seems more likely.
4,110 yards to Russell.
Yep.
4,002 yards to Rodgers. 31 touchdowns, 5 interceptions for Wilson. 26 touchdowns, 4 interceptions for Rodgers.
Wow.
Yep.
That's how close we're talking.
66% completion to 62. It's
1% of my vote is dedicated of my hatred for Green Bay. The rest of it is just based on what I think.
They're off.
I will be 100%.
They're off by 6.8 yards for their yards per game average. So, like I said, it's close. That's why 1 point seems better. All right, we got another game to talk about, and then we also get the NFL Hall of Fame. They're down to their finalists, but we have to take our first break in the second hour.
All right, Front Street Brewery is the oldest brew pub in Iowa, nestled right along the bank of the mighty Mississippi, serving Davenport since 1992 with some of the greatest beers around, like the Davenport Gold, the Wise Guy, the Raging River, and the oh-so-popular Cherry Bomb Blonde. Check out the Facebook page for food and drink specials or visit the webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com. We are calling all bars and restaurants to get a hold of your local distributor and put some Front Street beer on your tap lines or in your cooler today. That's Front Street Brewery, the restaurant located at 208 East Road Drive. The tap room is in the Freight House Complex.
This is Matt Koss of the Quad City Times, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Save big money on your next project with 11% off everything right now at Menards. Update your floors with Shaw. Choose from a great selection of easy-to-install vinyl planks, soft and luxurious carpet, or durable laminate flooring. Hudson Click Vinyl Plank with attached pad has a realistic wood look. $323 a square foot after 11% off. Sale prices are good through Saturday, January 11th. Savings are a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
The Eagles have returned to the Quad Cities, and that means Bald Eagle Days. Sponsored by Arconic and Modern Woodmen of America, returns to the QCCA Expo Center January 10th, 11th, and 12th. You'll find lots of exhibits, displays, and shows. Along with eagles, you'll see wolves, plus incredible bats, and Bubba the 10-foot alligator is back on Saturday only for his final appearance before he retires to Florida. Get up close and personal with eagles and animals at the stage shows, or take a free Audubon bus tour to see the eagles feeding on the Mississippi in their natural habitat. It's not only educational, it's fun for the whole family. Use the free parking and shuttle from the 7th Street and 3rd Avenue Rock Island parking ramp. Tickets are just $6 for adults, $1 for kids, and free for children under 6. Friday, all kids under 16 are free. Bald Eagle Days, Friday, January 10th, Saturday, January 11th, and Sunday, January 12th at the QCCA Expo Center, Rock Island. Sponsored by Arconic and Modern Woodmen. Advanced tickets are available online at qccaexpocenter.com.
Sheedy Family Chiropractic is your choice for chiropractic care in the Quad Cities. Chronic problems, joint pain, or recent injury, don't let pain slow you down. Sheedy Family Chiropractic in Davenport can help decrease your pain and improve range of motion, keeping your busy life moving. Same-day appointments available most days for new patients and $20 sports physicals. Call today or visit SheedyChiro.com. That's SHEEDY Chiro.com. Sheedy Family Chiropractic, getting you back to work, play, and life. ESPN 1170 AM is the Quad Cities sports leader and your home of the local sports show. Don't hassle us, we're local. Listen for a chance to win everything from tickets to free food. Every time you win and pick up your prize at the ESPN 1170 AM Pepsi ticket window, we'll give you a free Pepsi for the road as well. It's like winning twice. Get more chances to win by downloading the ESPN 1170 AM app or by going to ESPN1170am.com.
At Casey's, we're not just here for our town. We're here for our schools. Introducing new Casey's Rewards, the new rewards program from Casey's that lets you turn your purchases into donations to your school. Sign up in the Casey's app and earn points you can turn into school donations, Casey's Cash, or fuel discounts. New Casey's Rewards. Points for school, points for you, points for fuel, points for good.
Únase a los millones de personas que se pondrán la vacuna antigripal este año. Es la mejor manera de mantenerlos sanos a usted y a quienes le rodean esta temporada de la gripe y puede estar a su disposición sin costo para usted. La vacuna antigripal disminuye sus probabilidades de enfermarse, especialmente para las personas con un mayor riesgo de tener problemas de salud debido a la gripe, como los niños, las personas de edad avanzada o las personas que están embarazadas o que tienen una enfermedad crónica. Comuníquese con el consultorio de su médico o farmacia para recibir su vacuna antigripal hoy. Llega a usted por cortesía de Iowa Total Care.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB, Davenport.
All right, Jay Bird and I are back. Sergey's heading on out to do some work, but this is the Don't Hassle Us, our local show on AM 1170, K. Barberino. Getting into some more analysis of the upcoming games. Jay, what did you have? You said you had another game you want to talk about.
We do have another game, buddy. We do. It is the just put it aside. We've still got the Texans, Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh.
10-6, Houston Texans, Kansas City Chiefs. We said that the line is, well, we know that the line is -9.5.
Now, didn't the Texans go up there earlier this year and win?
That's right.
I believe they did. They won like 34-31 or something like that.
I believe you are. Yes, they did. 34-31.
All right. For this to be 9.5 really confuses me because this Texans team is not any less healthy than it was then.
Kansas City's defense is better than it was then, though.
How?
They've in like the last 5 weeks of the season, they've put together like top 4
maybe because
rankings.
They played less talented teams.
Well, that's a fair question there, my friend.
It's easy to have a good ranking if you're playing the likes of,
That is a fair point. Let's take a look at the last couple of games of the season for them.
Didn't they play the Bears?
They did play the Bears. They played the Chargers.
Unless you're the
Broncos,
Cowboys,
but they did play the Patriots.
Okay, unless you're the
Patriots
Cowboys, it's hard to
offense is
hold the
not
Bears to. It's not that hard to hold the Bears to not scoring.
Well, here's who they played
Okay.
in their last 6 weeks after
Okay.
after their loss to the Titans. And all right, so they went on a 6-game winning streak. Okay, Chargers 24-17.
Okay.
Raiders, they beat them 40-9. Raiders didn't score 10 points in like the last 4 or 5 weeks. Patriots 23-16. We've seen that offense for the Patriots.
Die.
Broncos 23-3.
Okay.
Bears 26-3.
Okay.
Chargers 31-21. They beat them. So just doing that right there. That's 17, 26, 42, 45, 48, 69. In the last 6, that's the total points that they gave up in the last 6 weeks. So just 10 points and the remainder after that, right? 10 points Anyway.
Yeah, I don't
11
know.
points, 11 points, 11 and a half points per game
Yeah.
is what they gave up since that loss to the Titans. They did lose to the Texans 31-24 in midseason, though. Yes.
I'm
in week 6. It is a lot of points.
I think 9.5 is way too many to give up. I think the Chiefs win this game. I really do.
The question, I mean,
I think the Chiefs. I still think the Chiefs are making the Super Bowl.
Will Fuller going to play as a big question mark for the Houston Texans as well?
Right.
I think that, like I said, this opened up as an 8-point favorite. It's the Sharps that pounded the Chiefs. So, and the Chiefs, yeah, with the week off, I don't know. Texans did have to rally from 16-0 deficit. The Texans are 8-1 against the spread on the season, but 5-2-1 against the spread on the road. So they've covered on the road, and they average 25.53 points per game on offense. Kansas City went 12-4 straight up. Obviously, we said that they're 11-5 against the spread. They are 5-3 against the spread at home. The defense overall, I told you the last 6 games, 11.5. The defense overall is allowing 19.25 points per game. So there's just things to look at there as far as Kansas City, their defensive rank, number 14 defensive DVOA, whereas Houston is 26th. And on offense, Kansas City's number 3 offensive DVOA, Houston's 17. It is a lot of points, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know which way I would lean towards this one. I don't think Houston's going to go in and upset them. The only one that I see that out of all the games that I'm like, okay, and I hate to say it, and Erickson's, the Seahawks are the ones that I think that can go in, and I think the Seahawks are the ones that can go in and win on the road right now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. There's this part of me that thinks Tennessee can beat Baltimore. I'm not sold on Baltimore 100% here.
Somebody's got to lose who got a bye, right? Somebody's got to. Yeah. We need to look back and look at name a year that all 4, like even if I can pull up last year's and go from there, the playoffs. There's just no way that, because then you have to have that narrative of, well, it doesn't always benefit to get a bye. So there's no way all 4 can do that. She can't say no way, but.
I mean, the one thing that Kansas City has going for it is Bill O'Brien is not a good coach.
So you think Deshaun Watson's well done for that?
I think Andy Reid's going to come up with some schemes to cause some problems for Houston. I think DW can try to bring him back in this. It's going to be tough for them to go there and beat him twice like that, though. It's just a lot of points to give up. I mean, I think the Chiefs definitely win, but I'm probably end up taking Houston in our thing just because I'd rather have 9.5 points if it's still that spread. Come time that we do our bets on Friday.
Okay, looking back to last year. Last year, all 4 teams that had the bye went on to go to the AFC Championship. We were complete chalk last year. Kansas City was number 1. New England was number 2. New Orleans was number 1. The Rams were number 2. The number 2 team, obviously, in the NFC came through. New England. Oh, both number 2 teams came through. So number 1 teams didn't make it that year. I think every other year after that, except for 1, all 4 number 1s came through, though. I mean, both number 1s came through. So let's take a look here. Let's see. The only back at the year of Jacksonville, when Jacksonville thought they were going to be good, they were at 3. They took Pittsburgh out. So maybe the bye does mean something. 3 out of 4 made it in 2017 as well. So I think somebody's got to give, though. We just got to figure out which one it is. Yeah, and then going all the way back to 2016, then you had a 4 in Green Bay, took out Dallas. You remember that year?
Yeah, loved it. Great.
And played Atlanta. New England was a 1. Pittsburgh made it as 3, took out Kansas City. So, yeah, not often, but that was the other time I said a 1 doesn't make it. Let's see. Over the weekend, Iowa lost to Penn State in men's basketball. Number 21 Penn State made its last 5 field goal attempts and last 6 free throw attempts in an 89-86 win over Iowa. Was visiting. They were playing at the Palstra in Philadelphia. It's Iowa's first loss since losing to nationally ranked Michigan on December 6th. Luka Garza had 34 points and 12 rebounds. Joe Wieskamp tied a season high in 3-pointers. He made 5 of them. Iowa made 11 overall. Freshman Joe Toussaint netted 16 of his 18 points in the second half, and he's also been awarded as the Big Ten Freshman of the Week. So they will have another game tomorrow night against Nebraska. This will conclude a stretch of playing 8 of 10 games away from home, dating back to November 28th. Hawkeyes will put over 8,000 miles from all this traveling. 8 of Iowa's last 9 games have been played against teams in the top 90.
Sure hope they weren't on private jet.
Iowa's 4 defeats have come to teams with a combined 49-9 record. That's DePaul, San Diego State, Michigan, and Penn State. So that'll be tomorrow night against. That'll be Fred Hoiberg's coaching debut against Big Ten coaching debut against Iowa, and then Friday night I get to go cover the game at Carver. So should be a lot of fun this weekend. Tell me about the draft. Tell me about the NFL playoff draft. The
It
fantasy
went well.
playoff.
It went well. I think a lot of people are on the same boat. I mean, a lot of people thought New Orleans was going to go. Turn me off.
No, sorry, I hit the wrong button again. Hit the
Turn me
wrong
off.
button. Yeah.
A lot of people thought New Orleans was going to go far in this. So there was a, first 2 or 3 picks were Drew Brees and Michael Thomas. In the first draft, Michael Thomas went first. Drew Brees went second.
Oh, wow.
The second draft, Drew Brees went first, and then
We talked about this, and we said that I think we're all locked in that Michael Thomas was the 3, but it was Lamar Jackson, Drew Brees. That's weird that he went 1. Who was the Who picked him number 1? Nick?
Rasball.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the first draft, and then I had number 1 pick in the second draft. I took Brees, and then I think Lamar Jackson went, and then Mike. So then it was the other way was Michael Thomas, and then Lamar Jackson. I had the 3rd. I actually took Pat Mahomes.
Okay. Yeah, because you think he's going to go far, and that's a big. If you think he's going to go far, then that's the other thing. When you're doing an NFL playoff fantasy draft, if you think a team's going to make it far,
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, I mean, you go through your gut, and if you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I ended up I wish I would have brought it all here with me. I got to do the spreadsheet and get it all down, but I know in that first draft I got Derrick Henry. I got I know I got someone else that did pretty well. I know I got DK Metcalf in the other one, but yeah, I took Taysom Hill in both at the extra player spot.
I can't believe you took Taysom Hill.
Why?
It's a great pick. It is. I just
he got me some points, and if they'd have won, he would have been getting me more points.
But what was the thought process behind it, though? Just a lottery pick? You had an extra,
it was the last pick in the draft in both ones. So you're basically taking the bottom of the rung, and I'm thinking, all right, well, I'm taking a guy that I know they're going to use in trick plays down by the end zone or whatever else they're going to do. Maybe he gets me some garbage touchdowns, and he did.
Yeah.
He got me a ton of yardage. So we'll see how many points he threw up, but a lot of times those extra players, you're only getting 1 game out of them anyway. So I figured this guy was a guy I was going to get more than 1 game out of, and I'm with Sergi on the whole thing. Jay, I don't like this first touchdown scores and decides a winner of a playoff game. It's just too much at stake, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like in careers. Think about this now in the last 3 seasons. If you're a Saints fan, what your life has looked like.
Oh yeah.
You have the miracle catch that should have been tackled in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
You have the pass interference called, not called.
Yep.
And you tie the game up, or you let the game get tied up, one or the other. You tie it up, I think. You tie it up with Willie Lutz. Final seconds. You go to overtime. Coin flip. Your defense can't hold him. You lose.
Well,
you have to hold him to less than a touchdown. Like play the entire overtime period.
Not that this is a big deal, but the running of the clock off and not using a timeout, Sean Payton, and then just to kick the field goal with 7 seconds left to tie the game instead of give your Hall of Fame quarterback a shot to either get you closer to the field goal in field goal range and or to get in the end zone was
But
questionable. But
his thought process too was, if you remember prior to that, they got to Breeze, knocked the ball out of his hands.
Yeah.
Now if they do that and they knock him out of field goal range, then you're second guessing that. I don't mind Peyton saying, "Okay, let's go for it. Let's tie it up. Hopefully,
leave it in the hands of a coin flip."
I know it's odd, but
we got to make sure they say the right thing, heads or tails. All right. So the option is then you start at the 35, both teams,
or you just play the entire period. Play an extra quarter of football. I don't care. It's playoff time. I'm not talking regular season. You can keep what you're doing for regular season. That's fine. It's not like you can't end in a tie in regular season. Who cares?
All right. So your suggestion is just give them another, and then
if they're tied at the end of the overtime period, they're tied. Then you do the college rules.
Just play devil's advocate for me. Play contrarian.
Okay.
Is the argument here from the NFL that we don't want to get anybody hurt, or is it the NFLPA? I mean, to walk me through this, why they are so stuck on touchdown ends it or field goal, then you get an opportunity. Why are they stuck on this? Why do the rules committee not come together and say we need to change it?
I have no clue. To be honest, I think I know why, because it hasn't happened enough.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't happened enough in playoff football, where the first team that scores wins.
I think I like yours better than the 35 because you're messing with, you don't know how long it goes, or unless you automatically make them go for two in overtime. Start them at the 35, automatically make them go for two if they score a touchdown.
Or just play the period out.
I'm fine with playing the period out.
Play the period out. If it still ends in a tie from there, then 35.
Play the period out. Let the rules committee come back and decide if somebody does get hurt. If it's something so drastic that someone like you, people like you and I, hold on, just hear me out.
Okay.
If the argument is, well, we don't want them to get hurt. They're out there enough. It's a brutal sport. And I think that's what the argument is. We need to find a way to end it. We don't want them to play the full 15 minutes, blah, blah, blah. You with me?
Yeah, but isn't the overtime period a shortened period anyway? I think it is. I think it's like a 10 or 12 minute period.
Then shorten it to 12 minutes. I don't care.
Whatever.
Shorten it 3 minutes.
Shorten it to 10. I don't
worry
care.
about it. Don't anticipate a problem that's so drastic.
Right. I mean, listen. If that's the reason that you don't want to do it, then don't play football. Don't even have a league. If you're worried about players getting injured.
It's not because I'm trying to
But
figure
you know
out
what
the
I'm saying.
reason why they're sticking to this formula, or why they even came up with it. It's not like, baseball. It's not like baseball where they're like, we're losing viewership, we're losing attendance, we need to change some things. The games are too long. They don't have that problem, right?
No.
Or the NBA, where NBA's viewership is down because they're so good at technology that like things like YouTube and everything else, they don't have that problem either. They're the number one out of the big four by a long shot.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to be like outside of, well, we have to do this for injury reasons.
You shouldn't have a fan base 3 straight years, 2 of them going home with disgust over problems in your rules. The first one was their problem. They should have made the tackle. But here you got the guy going, I was scared to make the tackle because I get charged for spearing or targeting. Okay, well, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's still,
It's an unfortunate thing. That's for certain. So, I don't know that many Saints fans or I don't really remember seeing anything on social media with people outraged over this. But yes, 3 seasons in a row ending like this, it's an unfortunate. I guess unfortunate. It doesn't really bother me that much. I think I care more about the overtime rules now that you guys mention it and bring it up, and it's based on a coin flip and who gets the ball first. That's all. That would be the most important one for me. All right, we got to take our last break of the second hour. We will be right back with more Don't Hassle So Local on ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, pizza lovers, Van's Pizza More is just open near the Plex at the corners of Forest and Middle Grove Roads. They have outstanding daily specials on that Van's Pizza you love. Today is Monday. You can get 2 large, 2-topping pizzas and 2 liters of pop for just $21.99. And while you're at it, throw in an order of boneless wings for just $7. All you have to do is call 563-232-1396 And Van's Pizza More is going to have that hot and ready for you to pick up if you live in Bettendorf. You can have it delivered. Delivery is limited, so please ask when you call. Once again, that number, 563-232-1396. That's Van's Pizza More, 5023 Competition Drive in Bettendorf.
This is Lobo from Lobo Salsa. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM. When storm damage hits, All Major Restorations is your insurance claim specialist. Loose or missing shingles, dented siding, or damaged windows. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities works with your insurance company, making the process quick and easy. The insurance company has people fighting for them. Let All Major Restorations work for you. Residential, commercial, and industrial. There's a reason they have an A+ accredited Better Business Bureau rating. Storm damage estimates are always free. Visit amrestorations.com. All Major Restorations of the Quad Cities.
At a time of personal loss, we each express our feeling in our own way. Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory recognize that no one service is right for everyone. That's why we offer various options for the most appropriate service, the most fitting farewell, and personalized attention to detail. Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, Rock Island, Milan, Reynolds, and the Knox Chapel.
New Year's is here, and so are New Year's resolutions. If you're bored with the same old gyms and workout routines, try a different, fresh way to get in shape with a membership to Tarpons Martial Arts Center. Try karate, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, or judo, all taught by certified black belt instructors. With flexible class schedules and 2 Quad City locations, it's very easy to start your path to learning a valuable skill set while you get in shape. Join now, and new students get a free uniform and official t-shirt. Online at tarponsdojo.com. It's putt around time. Get your foursome together for the 15th annual Big Brothers Big Sisters Putt Around. Over 20 custom built holes transform the River Center into the most innovative mini golf course ever. Only $30 per person and great for any skill level. Register at puttaround.org before January 17th to be entered into a Quad City staycation giveaway. The 15th annual Big Brothers Big Sister Putt Around, sponsored by Wells Fargo and the Quad City Area Realtors, January 29th through the 31st at the River Center in Davenport. Sign up today.
Back by popular demand, Gobo Productions presents One Night of Queen. Since forming in 2002, Gary Mullen and the Works have performed to sell-out audiences all over the world. And now they're back in the USA for a brand new tour. One Night of Queen is a spectacular live concert recreating the look, sound, and showmanship of arguably the greatest rock band of all time. You'll hear classic Queen numbers including We Will Rock You, Fat Bottom Girls, Another One Bites the Dust, Bohemian Rhapsody, and We Are the Champions. One Night of Queen, performed by Gary Mullen and the Works. This show will rock you.
Coming to the TextLayer Center March 18th. Tickets are on sale now at the TextLayer Center box office and Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Town Square Media.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand?
Hey, Crawford guy, go long!
No, I can't.
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike 3.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot.
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
Golick and Wingo for breakfast. Don't hassle us, we're local for lunch. Fill up on sports with a Quad City sports leader. ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody, we're back in the Hassle Castle. Brought to you by Dumright Satellite and Dish. And this is J&T Ryan. Don't Hassle Us, our local AM 1170, the K Barbarino.
Well, you remember on Friday I told you a story about my time at the Fit.
Yeah, you're a big-time fit guy.
Love the Fit. So
did you have any problems with your sauna today?
No problems with the sauna at all. I actually and had a nice conversation with Matt Trimble from the from Sports Fans.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, tell you some things off the air. But if you're making New Year's resolution and you want to get to the gym, schedule an appointment at the Fit. You can take a tour at 2222 Middle Road in Bettendorf. You can also go there and check out the pickleball. We had Randy Wentz on a couple weeks ago talking about pickleball.
Yeah, Randy's a I mean, like a good champion for that sport.
I would say he is.
I mean,
He's
really is.
passionate.
I mean, he had me interested, even though I like to change the rules apparently.
Yeah, a little bit, but I think we should check that out sometime. But
you just wanted to beat me at pickleball.
That's not it at all. I think you'll have fun. I really do, and I'm telling you,
I
I
think
think
you're going to try to hit me in the balls.
I think within a couple of years, you're going to have pickleball courts across
the street from my house.
Yeah, and you're just going to drive me nuts. By the way,
I hope I'm good at it.
I know, but the dink when you're out there,
won't bother me. I'll just turn up the old stereo, Jay.
That's right.
I'll play some Cheech and Chong for him. Hard hat.
If you're looking for a new gym or looking for a gym, you might have made a New Year's resolution that you're going to improve yourself. Time to start thinking about the Bettendorf Life Fitness Center is everything you need from activities like tennis, running up and down the basketball courts, doing sprints on the track, or swimming in the pool. The Fit has a complete gym with everything you need to feel great, get strong, and live long. And there's also other things coming up as well. They've got, for the little ones, they got a Little Spikers volleyball clinic coming up. And they got things like Little Palms Cheer Clinic and a Winter Sports and Games Clinic. So check these things out. You can see all this that they have to offer and more. For registration, go to bettendorf.org/parks, or you can call 344-4113 for more information. Yeah, I enjoyed my time at the Fit, buddy.
You're a fit guy. So fit.
You said that over the break that Wade Phillips has been released.
Yeah, 24 minutes ago, announced on Twitter by Wade himself. He has been released by the Los Angeles Rams. So, say what you want about Phillips. He is a very good defensive coordinator. Won Super Bowl for the Denver Broncos. I think he might have another ring somewhere else. Did very well as a D coordinator for the Cowboys for a while before they made him a head coach.
Phillips didn't win it for the Broncos. Kubiak won that, didn't he?
He was the defensive coordinator.
Oh, it was a defense. Sorry.
Yeah.
And he took the Rams to last year to the Super Bowl as defense coordinator.
Yeah.
So he'll probably end up
somewhere coaching.
Somewhere south in the NFC East.
I mean, who did they get rid of on the defensive staff? Is what I don't know.
Well, McCarthy can come in and do whatever he wants, right? He's got carte blanche.
We don't know.
Once you spend the night at Jerry's house.
You did spend the night at Jerry's house.
You did.
What do you think happens at Jerry's house?
What do you think happens when they spend the night at Jerry's house? Do you think they listen to vinyl, Cheech and Chong vinyl together?
They might. Or maybe Jerry has a room like Michael.
Like
Michael Jackson.
No,
Jerry takes you in there and he's got a bunch of Madam dolls.
Probably just cigars and scotches or whatever else.
I'll bet Jerry's house is pretty damn cool. I ain't gonna lie.
I bet you. I'll
bet it is cigars. I'll bet it's scotch. But there's a lot of leather cowboy boots, or like some.
He's got a rumpus room.
Well, the rumpus room is probably a really cool pool table, a bunch of good TVs, and then all of a sudden, like anybody can show up, and then like the stripper poles descend down out of the ceiling, possibly. Right?
Okay.
Like, I mean, in my world, I'm just saying. If you're Jerry. But he's kind of a family guy. Maybe he doesn't do the stripper pole thing. Maybe he's just more of a... You get down, let's party. Hey, look, this is the downstairs room. It goes right out to a pool. We have an inside-outside pool, heated. It's Texas. It's not always hot there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You have to heat the pool.
Earlier today, our guys
statute lines.
Speaking of Jerry Jones, earlier today we were the guys down the hall had the first caller of the year. And what they do is they usually ask them a bunch of questions, and then they'd put it off to the side, and then they have someone win at the end of the year. Answers to what the question answer. I think the guy's name was Tony, and they finally asked him like, all right, what famous person is probably going to pass away in 2020. Not to get too grim or anything like that, but make a prediction. They asked him questions. I had what if this was Jerry Jones's last big move
before he dies?
Yeah, I don't know why his name came into my head. Maybe it's just because it's been this is before like any announcement. But
well, if you think about it, he's 77 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he seems to be in good health, but once you get over what 75, I mean. You're living on borrowed time, right? Well, I'm just saying, the average age of any American man to live is 74.
All right.
I want to say that's the average age. And I think women is like 77, 76 or 77. I could be off on my averages, but I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay.
So if you beat the American national average, you gotta be doing pretty good. Like I look at a guy like Romeo Cornell, and they say the dude's 72 or 74. Well, I think they said Romeo Cornell's 72 years old. Now he's not what you look like a pillar of health, right?
But he doesn't look 72. Do you think he looks older?
No, but he is 72.
I know. I think he looks younger, though.
I'm just saying. He's a big man.
He is a big man, though.
To make it to 72, if I'm Romeo Cornell, I'm pretty happy. Hell, if I make it to 72, I'm pretty happy. That gives me, let me think about that, Jay. It gives me 34 more years on this sucker, this little blue pill of ours. This little blue miracle, if you will.
34 more years. What? To make 77?
To make 72. Oh, no.
No.
24 more years. Dang it. Math's hard.
You better start getting to work. You're 24.
Dang it.
To make it 72, so I have 39. 29? I have 29?
Yeah.
29 years.
Math sucks. I can't believe I screwed that up.
Yeah. It's your birthday this month.
It's your birthday this month, too.
It is.
It's our birthday months.
Did you?
And it's Sergi's as well.
What are you looking forward to for your birthday? What are you going to ask for?
I'm already getting it.
What is it?
Well, my friends at Audio Expressions took care of me.
Okay.
So I got that subwoofer for the downstairs vinyl that I've been wanting. And
that was nice of Mookie to get that for you.
Well, it kind of came part of my Christmas present too. But hey, who's counting? That. But Jay, I'm also I'm going to be able to watch Disney Plus upstairs because we got a new TV for upstairs.
Well, look at you go.
An Eclipse soundbar and subwoofer.
The Disney Plus upstairs.
Yes. So that's it. That's basically it. Having some fun, You know I love my music, Jay.
Yep.
Gotta have my tunes.
Well, you're getting your technology going.
Yes.
Something we haven't done in a while. It's National Technology Day.
Uh-oh.
That's right. National Technology Day is on January 6th. It recognizes the way technology changes the world and looks at the future of technology.
Did I say audio expressions?
I don't know, but say
entertainment expressions.
Entertainment expressions.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Hope I didn't mess that up.
From the wheel to smartphones each year, the day honors technological achievements made that impact our daily lives. Think about that in your short time on this little blue, what'd you call it, pill? In the technology that you have lived through.
Well,
black and white TV. Well, they had color TV before we were.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember whenever my mom would watch something black and white, I'd be like, "What are we watching this for? It sucks."
Think about.
We always had a phone you had to rotate the numbers.
Yes. Think about everything that you ever wanted that maybe you didn't have or didn't get or whatever else.
I never got a Walkman. Never got a Walkman. No.
Do you always have a watch?
No, I didn't always have a watch. I remember when I got my first watch when I was a kid.
Did you have your first? Did you have your own television?
Not until I was in high school.
Calculator.
No, I did it all in my head.
Your own line, teen line.
Never. Oh God, no! My parents wouldn't have allowed that.
Your own computer.
We didn't even have call wait.
Your own computer.
No, we didn't have a computer in the house.
You have all that on your phone right now.
I know.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
Your Walkmans were like that big.
Walkmans were bigger than my phone.
Oh yeah. I just tell him. All right, so real quick, not to get too far off, but I was telling this to my daughter. Asked me like, why.
Did you guys have a computer in the house when you were a kid?
Yeah, it was like a Commodore 64, and I played like Qbert on it.
Really?
Yeah, that was it.
I didn't even get you remember Atari was the one you wanted to get.
Yeah,
I had to beg and plead to get Atari. Finally, by the time I got Atari, it wasn't even popular anymore.
We did get an Atari, and then we were maybe about a year late to Nintendo.
Nah, never got a Nintendo.
Nintendo, then I had Sega Genesis, then I had a PlayStation. That was about it.
No. Actually, we did get a Nintendo, but it wasn't mine. I think my cousin was living with us, and he just brought it. We played Tecmo Bowl on it.
Tecmo Bowl is great. Yeah. So my daughter asked, how did I get into coaching? Why did I like coaching? And I said, well, when I was younger, especially at wrestling tournaments, I said the only thing you could do was either to watch wrestling or that was about it. The only other distraction you would have would have been like a Walkman.
Right.
Now the kids, they're all on tablets and everything else. They're not watching a match and turn around and saying, how did that happen? What move was that? How do I learn that? Or why did they defer? Why did they take up, down, and bottom?
Right.
And then I was explaining to her about the Walkman. And she said, that sounds cool. Can I get one? And I was like, you don't want a cassette? You don't want a cassette player where you have to fast forward and rewind?
You have headphones for your phone, kid.
Yeah.
I remember I borrowed somebody's Walkman. It was like singing Def Leppard or something, and they were like, someone had to slap me because I was singing too loud. And I just thought I was humming. But it's kind of like when you have your headphones on, you talk too loud.
Yeah, which I do.
Yeah. Huh?
Today is also National Thank God It's Monday Day. It encourages us to celebrate the first Monday of the new year with vigor and energy. Not only does this observance focus on the first Monday in January, but every Monday throughout the year. No. Pass.
Did you? I forgot another line from Ricky Gervais, by the way.
What was it?
The world got to see James Corbin as a fat kitty.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
He was also in the movie Cats.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard that too.
That is so good.
It's National Bean Day, which would have been a lot better for us to talk about when we were doing the plant-based diet.
How you doing on that?
It didn't do anything for me, to be honest with you.
Well, my buddy, the Schoonover boys,
Yes.
right? So Kelly was in town.
Okay.
Well, they both were, but Kelly stopped by. Dude's lost like 54 pounds, he said, or something like that. Almost 50 pounds on the keto diet.
Okay.
Looking great, man.
I didn't lose any weight. I didn't gain any weight. I didn't do anything at all.
See,
I did nothing.
You're an ectomorph. You're always going to be like that.
I could have, yeah, but could have.
But you're going to be like that till the day you die. I don't think you're going to gain weight or lose weight no matter what you do.
I could gain weight if I wanted
You
to.
could.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you quit working out and just eat cheeseburgers the rest of your life.
That's it. That'd be one of them.
I just don't. Yeah, you're like one of those lucky ones. You probably don't even have to work out that hard.
Today is also National Cuddle Up Day.
I'm not. Well, all right. You want to cuddle?
It encourages us to snuggle up with someone for the health benefits.
Yeah, Mookie, take that. She never wants to cuddle, Jay.
Cuddling releases oxytocin.
Whatever
this
that is.
hormone alone has tremendous health benefits. Besides giving us warm and fuzzy feelings, oxytocin reduces pain. So when the cold, from outside, has made those muscles and joint aches, cuddling can help reduce those aches and pains. It also helps reduce heart disease, lowers blood pressure, stress, and anxiety.
Ha! See, honey?
If it wasn't free, insurance carriers would probably cover cuddling since it's such a huge health benefit.
Sissy, if you're listening right now, you need to make sure that Mookie knows that she needs to cuddle me more often to help my blood pressure.
National Shortbread Day, which I don't even know what shortbread is. It's a traditional Scottish dessert.
It's pretty good.
All right. And that's it for your national days. We haven't done this one. I was driving here today, and I was like, you know what? Trying to think of the different things that we've done in the past, and just reminiscing about the year and what's going to happen in 2020.
I love cuddling, Jay.
Who doesn't?
That's a great little thing right there.
Yeah, and then that's a reason to cuddle. And heart disease, stress, pain. Really,
you know what? It
relief
makes
from
sense.
pain.
I don't feel pain when I cuddle.
All right. Well, you, my friend, are out tomorrow.
I'm out tomorrow. Yeah, a bunch of stuff going on. T-Ra's going to miss 2 days this week, guys, with things for the bars going on. So, and I got a vacation looming in the future. So I got to get some things knocked out before then, Bird.
Yep.
But I will be here Wednesday. I will be here Friday. I don't want to miss our picks.
You're going to miss Coral tomorrow.
I know, and it's very upsetting.
She was on Twitter. She's watching The Bachelor tonight.
Oh, my God. Is Hannah coming too?
I don't know. I'll have to talk to Coral about that.
If something happens where I can make it, I might make it.
You don't have to stay for the whole show. You can always leave.
You know.
But if you're busy, you're busy.
You never know. All right, we'll see how fast this thing goes tomorrow that I'm doing. If I can make it, I'll make it.
Okay. Before we go for the day, let me tell you about Bayside Bistro in the village of East Davenport. Bayside Bistro is not your ordinary sandwich shop. You won't find deli meat on their menu. They use fresh ingredients, and orders are made from scratch. From paninis like the Bayside Po' Boy, which I've had, and it's fantastic, to the roasted red beet and green bean salad, which I've had. Bayside Bistro has an incredible menu that specializes in deliciousness. And don't forget about their smoothies and fresh juices that are made, and their incredible dinner entrees. Don't take our word for it. Check out their Facebook page and read over 500 recommendations from guests. Stop by Bayside Bistro today at 1105 Christie Street in the East Village of Davenport. Again, we talked about plant-based diet. They have plenty of menu options for plant-based diet, gluten-free. So the dinners are on. You can go check out all the stuff. It's locally owned. We've had Daryl on the show, and we're looking to have Daryl on the show soon. So you guys have a hassle-free Monday, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.